Let's take a gentle breath together. Settle in and soften your shoulders. Welcome back to Earthy Remedy, where nature's wisdom becomes everyday wellness. Today we're sitting on a warm porch, the kind where sunlight pours like honey across the railing, and we're following a ribbon of crimson petals into small rituals, short histories, and simple at-home recipes.
Hi, everyone. I'm glad you're here. Picture a glass pitcher sweating in the heat, the color of dusk, tart and bright. Today's focus is hibiscus, sometimes called sorrel, carcaday, or agua de Jamaica, and the ways people have used its petals for cooling drinks, gentle beauty rinses, and little porch-side comforts.
Before we begin, a little frame for our hour together. We'll share a short micro-story from a Caribbean maker who remembers sorrel at family celebrations. Then we'll linger in an ingredient spotlight, how hibiscus smells, tastes, and looks, follow with sourcing tips, and offer 3 approachable uses: a chilled hibiscus cooler with ginger and lime, a light facial mist, and a gentle hair rinse for shine. We'll finish with a 20-minute step-by-step recipe you can vow tonight, plus an accessibility note with alternate sensory cues.
We'll touch on practical precautions, too. Hibiscus can stain, and very tart preparations can be strong for sensitive tummies. We'll remind you, as always, that we're sharing culinary and self-care traditions, not medical advice, and to check with a healthcare professional if you have health concerns, are pregnant, or take medications.
And now, a small listening moment. We're going to hear a memory from a maker in the Caribbean about sorrel at family gatherings. Listen for the sound of sunlight and the joy of shared drink.
My grandmother would boil the petals with cinnamon and orange peel, and when the pot cooled, the kitchen smelled like a holiday. She'd sweeten it with brown sugar, and everyone would gather, cousins, neighbors, and we'd clink glasses as if toasting the whole year. The drink was bright and tart, a little cheeky on the tongue, and somehow it made the whole room laugh. Even now, when I steep hibiscus, I'm there again on that porch, sticky soda pop hair and all, and I can almost hear her tell me to drink slow, so I don't stain my teeth.
That story, so rich with smell and laughter, shows how hibiscus carries communal memory. Now let's linger with the petals themselves. Fresh or dried, hibiscus offers papery, crinkled petals that hold a jewel-like crimson. The aroma is fruity and green. When steeped, the liquid becomes a deep magenta with a tart, citrusy flavor that makes you sit up and smile.
You'll hear different names in different places. In parts of the Caribbean, it's sorrel. In West Africa, you might hear carcaday. In Mexico and much of Latin America, agua de Jamaica. The plant often sold for beverages is Hibiscus sabderifa. Look for that name on the label if you want the tart, classic flavor.
Sourcing tips are simple and practical. Check local tea merchants or spice shops. Visit farmers markets during summer, or choose reputable online tea retailers. If you buy dried petals, look for vivid color, a fresh scent, and an ingredient list that names only hibiscus and nothing puzzling. Avoid foraging unless you're trained, and if you see the Latin name, Hibiscus sabderifa, that's your helpful signpost.
A gentle note on handling. That deep color delights, but it can stain fabric, countertops, or even teeth if you're not careful. Use glass or stainless containers when steeping. Protect surfaces, and rinse your mouth with water after a very concentrated sip if you're worried about staining.
All right, the part many of you have been waiting for. Practical uses. Let's start with a chilled hibiscus cooler. Bright, hydrating, and perfect for a porch afternoon.
Here's the easy version. You can make in about 20 minutes plus chilling time. Gather 1 cup dried hibiscus petals, or slightly more if you like intense color, 1 inch fresh ginger, the juice of 2 limes, sweetener to taste, brown sugar, honey, or maple syrup are lovely, and about 6 cups water.
In a saucepan, bring the 6 cups of water to a gentle boil. Add the hibiscus petals and the sliced ginger. Reduce heat and let it simmer for 8 minutes. You'll watch the water deepen from pink to jewel red, and a warm, tangy aroma will lift the room.
Step 2. Turn off the heat and let the mixture steep for another 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how tart you want it. Strain into a pitcher. Press the petals gently with a spoon to release color. Then stir in lime juice and sweetener little by little. Taste as you go.
Step 3. Let the pitcher cool to room temperature, then chill for at least an hour. Serve over ice with extra lime or a thin slice of ginger for garnish. For a festive twist, add a splash of sparkling water just before serving.
Variations. Try orange peel in the simmer, a cinnamon stick for warmth, or a few crushed cardamom pods for a floral lift. If tartness is too much, dilute the concentrate with more water. Start with a small serving if you're sensitive to acidity.
Idea 2. A light facial mist. Steep 1 cup of petals in 2 cups of water as above, but keep the infusion lighter, maybe 5 minutes of simmer and 5 minutes steep. Strain and let cool. Dilute the infusion with equal parts distilled or boiled in cooled water. Pour into a clean spray bottle and spritz lightly across the face for a quick, fragrant refresh. Patch test first on a small area of skin and avoid eyes.
Use Idea 3, a gentle hair rinse for shine. After shampooing, pour a cooled, lightly steeped hibiscus infusion over hair as a final rinse. Leave for a minute or 2, then rinse with plain water. Expect cosmetic effects like a lovely sheen and a subtle scent, but not medical claims. Use weekly or every few washes, and discontinue if your scalp feels irritated.
Accessibility note. If you're listening without sight, here are sensory cues to guide you. For the cooler, listen for the kettle's soft boil. Smell the bright citrus as you squeeze lime, and feel the cold glass bead on your hand when the pitcher goes into the fridge. For the mist, notice the light, cool spray on your cheek and the soft hibiscus scent. For the hair rinse, feel the warm water move through your hair and the slight slip as petals release their color. And of course, use tactile labels on jars and a timer for each steep.
A few safety reminders woven through the recipes. Protect surfaces from staining. Use glass or stainless containers. Start with small servings if you're sensitive to tart flavors. And if you have specific medical questions, pregnancy, nursing, or medications, check with a healthcare professional. We want these rituals to be gentle and enjoyable for you.
As we wind down, here's a brief reflective pause. Imagine the picture on the porch, the color deepening as the sun moves, the air a little cooler. Breathe in that tart, sweet scent. Let nature guide us today, a small, repeatable ritual that welcomes a moment of calm.
If you try the recipe, we'd love to see your jar, a photo of your chilled hibiscus or your labeled mist. Share it on social channels and tag our little community. It's delightful to see how these simple plant moments find new life in people's homes.
Thank you for joining us on the porch today. If you enjoyed this gentle wander into hibiscus, its stories, its color, and its uses, please consider subscribing so we can share more plant-led rituals together. Follow, share, or leave a note about a hibiscus memory if you have one. Here's a soft farewell. Let the story unfold slowly and carry one small petal of calm into your day.
Until next time, settle in, take a sip if you can, and let the quiet of a porch slow your pace. We'll meet again with another simple remedy from the heart of nature.